The sun pounded down on the city streets as Maya Evans wiped the sweat from her brow. Her sneakers, worn thin from years of wear, slapped the hot pavement with every determined step. She had walked nearly 4 miles to get to the upscale Platinum Motors dealership, rumored to cater only to celebrities and CEOs. She didn't care. She wasn't here for a fantasy. She had a purpose. Clutching her worn canvas bag and an envelope full of saved-up cash, she took a deep breath and stepped inside. The glass doors slid open to reveal an opulent showroom, gleaming with polished chrome, designer lighting, and the smell of imported leather. Her arrival caused a pause. Polished heels clicked to a stop. A barista in a tucked uniform glanced up mid-latte. Maya's thrifted clothes didn't belong here, and everyone noticed. A tall, sharply dressed salesman named Bryce Lockwood approached, tablet in hand and judgment in his eyes. His smile was tight. "Can I help you, miss?" "Yes," Maya said with quiet confidence. "I'd like to look at your certified pre-owned options, something fuel-efficient. My budget's around $15,000. Bryce's expression didn't shift. He blinked once, then let out a short, disbelieving breath. "We don't sell entry-level vehicles here. Perhaps try Sunset Auto 4 blocks down." Maya didn't flinch. "I've done my research. You recently listed a used hybrid for under 17. "That was sold," he lied, waving her toward the door. Another salesman laughed from across the room. A couple sipping espresso exchanged smug looks. Maya turned, heart thudding, cheeks burning. She'd come so far, only to be dismissed like she didn't matter. But just as she reached the exit, a deep purr of an engine echoed outside. Every head turned. A black Rolls-Royce Phantom was pulling into the lot. The air in the showroom shifted instantly. Conversations stopped. Phones dropped. Even Bryce paused mid-sentence as the gleaming black Rolls-Royce Phantom glided into view through the showroom's floor-to-ceiling windows. The driver's door opened with a soft click. Out stepped a tall man in a charcoal custom suit, sunglasses perched on his chiseled face. His presence radiated authority. He moved like a man who owned every room he walked into, and maybe even the buildings those rooms were in. Bryce straightened his blazer and rushed toward the door. "Welcome to Platinum Motors, sir. Can I assist you personally today?" The man ignored him. His eyes scanned the room, then locked onto Maya. He walked right past the line of high-end cars, past the concierge, past Bryce, straight toward the girl still holding her envelope of cash and heartbreak. "Maya," he said warmly, "I got your message." Bryce's jaw fell open. "You know her?" The man turned slightly. "She's my business partner." Gasps rippled through the showroom. Maya blinked, stunned. She hadn't expected him to show up like this. She had texted him hours ago, not even knowing if it would go through. But here he was, Dominic Langston, CEO of Langston Renewables and one of Forbes's youngest green energy billionaires. "Shall we take a look at the inventory?" he asked her, smiling. Maya nodded slowly, unsure if this was real. Bryce stammered, "Sir, I didn't realize—" Dominic cut him off. "You judged her based on what she wore. That says more about you than it does about her." The room fell silent. Dominic placed a hand on Maya's back and guided her toward the showroom. "Let's find something electric," he said. "Something worthy." As Maya and Dominic walked past the sleek display models, the eyes of every employee and customer followed them. Maya kept her chin up, but her heart pounded. Moments ago she was being shoved out the door. Now she was walking beside a billionaire who treated her like an equal. "Is this real?" she whispered, leaning close to him. Dominic smiled without looking away from the cars. "Very real. I don't let disrespect slide, Maya." Behind them, Bryce whispered furiously to the manager, "Mr. Dale, she's a nobody. We didn't know who she was." Mr. Dale frowned. "Apparently, she's someone important enough for Dominic Langston to drive down here personally." In the back of the showroom, a young female associate named Talia watched the scene unfold, biting her lip. She'd been in Maya's shoes once, dismissed, overlooked. She made a note in her mind. This woman didn't just have money backing her. She had character. Dominic stopped in front of a brand-new electric sports sedan. Sleek, obsidian black with ivory interior. "What do you think?" he asked Maya. She hesitated. "It's beautiful. But it's more than I planned. I was only looking for something simple." Dominic turned to her, serious. "You've built something from nothing. I've watched you work day and night. This isn't a gift, it's recognition. We're partners now, remember?" Bryce approached again, fake smile plastered on. "Would you like to take it for a spin?" Dominic turned to Maya. "You decide." She looked at the vehicle, then at Bryce's uneasy expression. "Yes," she said firmly, "but not with him." She pointed to Talia. She'll assist us. Talia's eyes widened. Me? Dominic nodded. You were the only one here who didn't look at her like dirt. That matters. Maya gave Talia a reassuring smile. Please, you seem like someone who gets it. Flustered but honored, Talia stepped forward and guided them toward the electric sedan. She handed Maya the key fob and opened the driver's door. The vehicle's interior lit up with a soft glow, revealing state-of-the-art tech and whisper-quiet elegance. Maya slid behind the wheel, her hands trembling slightly. You got this, Dominic said, taking the passenger seat. Talia jumped into the back, giddy but professional. It's fully electric, 400-mile range, autonomous features, solar recharging roof. Smoothest ride you'll ever feel. As Maya pulled out of the dealership, her nerves gave way to excitement. The car moved like silk, effortlessly gliding down the boulevard. This is wild, Maya laughed. I used to take the bus. Dominic leaned back, smiling. You deserve to move in silence and power. Back at the showroom, Bryce was fuming. Why would he choose her? Mr. Dale shook his head. He chose integrity. We could learn something. Meanwhile, Talia and Maya bonded over stories of struggle, college loans, second jobs, rude customers. You're not alone, Talia said. Some of us have to fight twice as hard to be taken seriously. When they returned, the staff was silent. Maya handed the key fob back to Talia and looked at Dominic. I don't need $1 million car to prove anything, but I'm buying this. He nodded. Good. Because you earned it. Inside the office, Maya sat across from Talia, signing the purchase documents. Bryce stood nearby, arms crossed, still in disbelief. The mood had shifted. Maya wasn't an outsider anymore. She was a client, a powerful one. As Talia prepared the final receipt, Mr. Dale approached. Miss Evans, would you like a complimentary detail or luxury package? It's customary for high-end clients. Maya gave him a polite smile. Thank you. I'd actually prefer something else. She turned to Bryce. An apology. Bryce's face tightened. Excuse me? You judged me, laughed at me, lied about what you had in stock. Now that you think I'm someone, you're pretending to care. Mr. Dale interrupted, uneasy. Perhaps we should move on. No, Dominic said, stepping in. She deserves to be heard. All eyes were on Bryce. He squirmed, then mumbled, I apologize. Miss Evans. Louder, Maya said firmly. I'm sorry, Miss Evans. Maya nodded. Next time, maybe judge less and listen more. She stood, shook hands with Talia, and left the office with dignity. Outside, Dominic leaned on the Rolls. Want me to say something to their board? No, Maya replied. The lesson was enough. I don't need to destroy people. Just make sure they think twice before doing it to someone else. Bryce watched from the glass doors, his face pale. Dominic smiled. You handled that better than I would have. Maya shrugged. Revenge is loud. Growth is louder. As she got into her new car, she took a deep breath. She wasn't just driving away with a vehicle. She was driving away with respect. Later that evening, Mr. Dale sat in his office, reviewing the day's security footage and customer feedback. He replayed the scene where Maya requested Talia, bypassing Bryce entirely, then the test drive, then the sale. It was undeniable Talia had shined. He paged her into the office. Talia, take a seat. She looked nervous. Did I do something wrong? Quite the opposite, Mr. Dale replied. You showed professionalism, humility, and grace under pressure. Maya Evans personally called after leaving to praise your service. Talia's eyes widened. She did? He nodded. And Mr. Langston mentioned you by name when he left. That's not something we take lightly. Mr. Dale handed her a gold-plated name badge, Senior Associate. Effective immediately. With a raise and commission bonus from the sale, Talia blinked back tears. Thank you. This means so much. You earned it, he said. This dealership needs more people like you. As Talia walked back to the showroom, other associates clapped lightly, some out of respect, others out of guilt. Even the barista gave her a proud nod. Bryce sat at his desk fuming. No promotion, no sale, no apology worth anything. He opened his email, subject, internal review, customer complaint filed. Attached was Maya's account of the incident. His face turned crimson. Meanwhile, Talia called her mom on break. You won't believe it, I got promoted. Back at her modest apartment, Maya was organizing invoices for her small eco brand. She grinned as she spotted a message from Talia. Thank you for believing in me. Let me know if you ever need anything. Maya replied, Next time I launch a pop-up shop, you're running the floor. By the next morning, the entire dealership story had gone viral. Someone, likely a customer, had recorded the entire incident on their phone. The clip showed Maya being dismissed, the arrival of the Rolls-Royce, Dominic's confrontation, and Maya's powerful response. It was posted with the caption, "She walked in poor. She drove out powerful." Within hours, it hit over 2 million views. Comments poured in that salesman just lost the sale of a lifetime. Respect to Maya for handling it with class. This is why you never judge a book by its cover. Talk shows began discussing it. Influencers reposted it. Even business pages cited it as an example of unconscious bias in luxury spaces. Meanwhile, Maya's small eco-skincare brand, Everglow, exploded with orders. Her inbox overflowed with interviews, partnership offers, and praise. At Platinum Motors, Mr. Dale was flooded with calls from corporate. "This is PR gold and poison," one executive said. "Talia is a rising star. Bryce needs to go." By noon, Bryce received a formal suspension notice pending investigation. He packed his things in silence, no one offering a goodbye. In contrast, Talia was now leading morning meetings. Her confidence soared. Maya received a call from a producer. "Would you be willing to share your story on air?" She paused. "Only if Talia joins me." Later that week, Maya and Talia sat on a sleek TV set telling their story, not just about prejudice and power, but about lifting others up when given the chance. "This wasn't about a car," Maya said on live television. "It was about dignity." Viewers across the country nodded. 2 months later, Maya returned to Platinum Motors, not in the Rolls-Royce, but in her new electric sedan, now branded with her company's logo, Everglow, powered by purpose. She parked beside a large banner outside the dealership entrance, now hiring diversity-focused sales associates. Inside, the showroom buzzed with change. New faces, friendlier staff, more inclusive messaging. A smiling photo of Maya and Talia now hung in the lobby under the title, "Respect." It starts at the door. Talia came out to greet her, now wearing a smart blazer and her manager badge. "You did all this," she said, embracing Maya. "No," Maya replied. "We did this." They toured the new space together. Talia introduced her to younger interns who looked just as nervous as she once did. Maya offered words of encouragement, took pictures, and promised mentorships. Across the street, Bryce sat behind the desk of a used car lot. His phone buzzed with another rejection email. He glanced across the road at Platinum Motors, now transformed, and sighed. Meanwhile, Dominic arrived with a new prototype of his company's eco-friendly vehicle. He tossed Maya the keys. "Think you're ready to launch the first Everglow fleet?" She laughed. "Let's do it." As they took off in a convoy of clean energy vehicles, Maya looked back once more at the place where everything changed, not because of money or revenge, but because someone believed she belonged. Her story was never about proving others wrong. It was about proving herself right. And this time, the world listened.